Yo, all right, I got new climbing shoes, Scarpa. These are the Scarpa Instinct VS, or is it fives, like Roman numeral V with an S after it, like fives? My old Scarpas are done for, and interpret that how you will. I blew the toes out of them. These Instinct fives are much more expensive. These are $210, I believe, MSRP, although I did get them at REI for 25% off. Pretty nice orange color. I dig that. I don't know if there's other colors. This is the only one I found at the store, and I don't mind it. Oh yeah, right off the bat, I was gonna say these shoes are at least like a moderate arch. I can't remember if the Quantic is aggressive or not. They're at least moderate though, not neutral, like they're bouldering shoes. These guys are advertised as aggressive, so you can see that sort of arch under the foot. Again, I wear a size 11 in street shoes, and in the Quantics, I wound up buying an 11. I'm just looking in at the sole right now. Yeah, so in my Quantics, I wore a size 11, and I remember in the store trying 11 and a half, because 11 was really tight, and I wound up going with the 11. I like forced myself into it. It felt really tight, and over time, I felt like it was the right decision because they kind of wore out a little bit, stretched a little bit. I became more comfortable, and I boulder for 2 to 3 hours without even needing to take these off. But of course, you can pop them off between sets if you want. These, on the other hand, which are potentially an even more aggressive shoe than the Quantic, I tried these on in the store, and oh my God, when I tried on my true size 11, they were just so uncomfortably tight. Now, I know that might vary person to person. People have different size feet, and I feel like I have wide feet. I don't know. You may or may not agree. It may or may not show up on camera, but I've always felt like I have wide feet, and I have that issue with shoes. But so I felt so nervous about how tight these were that I actually went a half size up. These are size 11 and a half, even though I got size 11 in my last Scarpa shoes. Now, you might be thinking I'm crazy. Half the people watching probably think I should have gone a half size down, and I just want to be comfortable in my shoes. I don't need to pop off my shoes between each set. These, like, I would pop them off sometimes, but I still felt like they were overall comfortable. But I'm just saying, in my experience, these were so tight in the store at an 11 that I went straight online and bought an 11 and a half. And I've already popped them on before showing this video, so I know that I like how they fit. This Quantic is a much like lighter, thinner, and like stretchy shoe. This feels much more solid and heavier. I'm just assuming that this won't break in the same way and won't be so dainty or as dainty as the Quantics were. So I really like the way these shoes look. I like the way they fit. I like that it's a Velcro thing. I'm a big Velcro guy. I'm not going to spend time tying my shoes. I like just sliding off and on, potentially not even using the Velcro. These are, even once you undo the Velcro, are a little bit harder for me to get my feet into than the Quantics. The only thing that potentially worries me, I feel like what usually happens if your shoe is too big, like you might have problems with the heel. Okay, like maybe you won't have total tight fit back there, and if you're heel hooking something, you might be loose. So we'll have to see. I'm gonna give these a chance at the gym today. Let's see how it goes. Okay, I figured I'd do it in real time. Hopefully that's a little bit more transparent. So really nice solid Velcro all the way across. Just kind of loosen that a little bit. And then you can see this thing is kind of loose and flaps around. But then it's stretchy here. Stretchy on the other side as well. And then this orange piece kind of flaps around, and it is connected underneath here, and so you can pull this and it pulls sort of the mesh opening for you. Okay, so that's nice. And then you can also use in conjunction one or both of these on the back to sort of make a make a hole for your foot. So let's try. So I'll kind of get the front of my foot in, and then I'll grab like the two on the back at the same time and just pop in. And see, that's incredible. So this fits like a glove, an absolute glove. It feels like a water shoe, if you know what I'm talking about, if you've ever worn something like that. At this size, at a half size bigger, the curve is really comfortable. I feel like my heel is exactly locked in there. But yeah, the curve of my foot is really comfortable, and I think my big toe kind of comes to a point. I feel like my big toe comes to the point perfectly, and I don't have any discomfort in my my toes on the side, which what usually happens if I was a half size smaller. The front is just so squeezed and it's uncomfortable. And I know, again, people are gonna say like, well, that's what you're supposed to do, and but look, I know, and I had a half size smaller with the Quantix, but that was the issue that I had. But what would happen on the wall is my toes would fatigue. I mean, I can only push into the wall so long, so hard, and then my toes are just in too much pain to keep climbing that way. And that would always be the issue that I had. I would just get sort of like, not bruises, but like red marks and pain and discomfort on my toes all around this area. And that would be like the limiting factor, is like, oh, I need to rest between attempts because like my toes are hurting too much from a foot chip or something. It feels locked in, and I mean it comes up so high in the back. There's no way this is gonna come off. I mean, maybe with a ton of body weight, maybe there's some wiggle room there. I don't know, we're gonna have to see, but it feels really good, and it's not like a big cup of space if I squeeze the side. It's feeling really good. So yeah, pretty stoked on these, especially getting them at such a big discount, 25% off. Literally saved me $50 at REI, so pretty stoked on that. So let's go back to the Quantix. Like I showed, I had blown the toe out of both of these shoes, right? And I think that's pretty extreme. I mean, this is a catastrophic failure. Like I'm done climbing in this, right? Even if I can't like explicitly feel, my toe on the wall, I don't know. I don't really want to climb in this anymore. So yeah, I was kind of on the fence about this. Like, should I buy another Scarpa shoe after this kind of failure? And I don't really know. I wore these shoes, the Quantix, for at least 1.5 years, maybe 2 years. So let's say 18 months of vigorous routine climbing. I'm a boulderer almost exclusively. I climb like V5 to V6. I go to the gym 3 times a week, let's say, and I'll climb for 2 to 3 hours. And then that's 18 months of that. I don't know, like if you think this is unacceptable, like they shouldn't be this broken this soon, then maybe stay away from Scarpa. I think we'll see how this one goes, because I like these so much that I'm willing to buy more Scarpa. But like if these were to have another failure this catastrophic in say like a year or something, then I think I would probably move on from Scarpa. But if I get 2 years out of these shoes climbing the same way I've been climbing, then I think I'd be pretty happy with that. I mean, part of that is because I got these at a discount. Yeah, I feel like for $200, like, which is the $210 actually is the full MSRP for these. I do think you should get at least a couple years out of a shoe. Okay, here we are, some months later. These are my Scarpa Instincts. I've got a solid amount of use on them at this point. Strictly bouldering, that's all I use these for. Got a few months of climbing, a lot of like mid to difficult grade stuff, things that require a lot of heel hooking. You can kind of see this is getting, I don't know what the word is, like it's just getting a lot of friction from being used here. If you look underneath, like, yeah, this used to all be perfectly black, like fresh rubber. Now it's just super dirty from walking around on dirt and on the gym floor. So you can kind of see on my toe there, that is the beginnings of really like the wear and tear that you don't want. Okay, so that's the beginning of losing sort of the grippiness, the grip and grab of the rubber or whatever, this probably some synthetic material, whatever. But yeah, I mean, that's to be expected. This is where you can, it's really obvious where all of my body weight is going, where all of the pressure is being applied from my foot or on my foot. You know, that's right, it's right on the big toe or on the claw. So you can really see what's happening there. The bottoms, well, really the heel the heel kind of has that smooth feeling starting to happen, probably just from walking around with it, because it's not like really putting a ton of pressure here, not really using this area to climb. Using this area to climb, really most of the bottom of the shoe like isn't taking any damage, except it's literally like right here on the tip. I'm having absolutely no issues. It's been many months of climbing really hard, and I mean, no problems. I don't have any issues with grip. I'm not slipping off the wall when I don't expect to or anything. These shoes have a really good feel, and I've really enjoyed climbing in them. I've really gotten comfortable in them. I do think they're a strict upgrade over my, oh man, what were they called? The Quantics, Scarpa Quantics. These are more expensive, sticker price, but I technically got them for cheaper than the Quantics because these were on sale when I bought these, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I think this is a better shoe. This Quantics lasted me maybe 18 months of just really frequent hard use before I literally blew out the toes. These, yeah, if these don't go at least as long, I'll be bummed, but at least initial impressions, like I like wearing these shoes more. I like how they feel. I think they're just ultimately a higher quality shoe. I think they're definitely a little heavier, but I don't mind that. And they feel less like a sock than the Quantics do. Comfort-wise, yeah, I can report back. I have no issues. I love climbing in these. I can walk around in them. It's all good. And remember, I went up a half a size. Now, I know there's a lot of people that are just gonna scoff, think I'm crazy. I don't care. It worked. I was right. I went up half a size, and it's awesome. Like, they're great to climb in. I have no issues, no performance issues. And at the same time, they're super comfortable. And I don't have to take them off every, 2 minutes. I can wear them most of the session if I want, although I still do just pop my shoes off from time to time anyway. Yeah, really nothing but good things to report about these shoes. Super stoked, really happy about them. So yeah, I hope this was helpful. And yeah, if anyone has any questions, let me know, drop a comment below. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and have a great day. Thanks.